Hello, hi everyone. My name is Dr. Sana Khan, and in this video, we are going to talk about another population interaction, that is Amensalism. So let's talk about Amensalism in detail. So Amensalism comes under the negative, or you can call it as antagonism or detrimental interaction. So negative interaction is one of the interaction where one or both of the organism can get affected. Okay, so one or both the species would have a negative impact. That's why it comes under the negative interaction. In one of the video, I have already discussed with you what are the positive interactions. Okay, so let us discuss what could be the negative interactions. So negative interactions would include obviously amensalism, because that is what we are doing in this video. Competition, because if you remember, I told you there is a competition. Both of the species is going to have a loss. Parasitism and predation. So these are the ones which are going to have a negative impact in one or both the species. So let us talk about amensalism in this video. So in amensalism, one species is inhibited usually by toxic secretion of another species. Okay, so try to understand this with the examples. So here there are two species, right? So one of the species is going to get inhibited. Okay, उनका जो growth वगैरह है वो कम हो जाएगा by the toxin secretion which is released by this another species. Okay, so the inhibitor species is neither benefited nor harmed. So inhibitor species is neither benefited nor harmed. So there are two types. The first one is antibiosis, means the secretion of antibiotics, and allelopathy, that is secretion of toxic chemicals. So let us first talk about antibiosis. So try to understand this. Penicillium secretes penicillin, which inhibit the growth of staphylococcus bacteria. Okay, so what is happening over here? The penicillium is secreting penicillin, which inhibits the growth of staphylococcus bacteria. Another is chlorella algae will secrete bactericides, which not only kill but also inhibit the growth of bacteria. Okay. Another example of antibiosis is microcystis, that is BGA, will secrete hydroxylamine, which will cause death of the fishes. Now coming to the next one, that is allelopathy. So here tranexamic acid is secreted by Parthenium. So it's going to inhibit the growth of some plants like Cassia tora and Vinca regia. So Parthenium is going to secrete some toxic things, okay, which will not allow the other plants like Cassia tora and Vinca regia to develop over there. So another word which you should know apart from allelopathy is allochemics, that is chemicals which is secreted by a species. Okay, so another example here is Gravialia Robusta. Gravialia Robusta does not allow its own seedling to grow nearby. That's called as autopathy, because it doesn't allow its own seedling to grow nearby. Roots of black walnut, which is also called as Juglans nigra, will inhibit apple, tomato, and alfalfa by secreting a toxin, juglone. Okay, so you can clearly see how the toxin is getting secreted and it is inhibiting the other one. So allelopathy we talked about trichoderma, which inhibits the growth of fungus aspergillus. Convolvulus will inhibit the germination of wheat. Then smoother crops do not allow wheat to grow, like sunflower, barley, sorghum, osmium. So these are the crops which are not going to allow the wheat to grow. So that's all about your amensalism.